Kievan Rus's period, 9th–13th centuries. Russia's history begins with the formation of Kievan Rus, a state founded by the Varangians, Scandinavians, of the Rurik dynasty in the 9th century. Kievan Rus reached its peak in the 11th century. The adoption of Christianity led to cultural and economic development. However, in the 13th century, the state fragmented due to the Mongol invasions. 2. Moscow Tsardom, 14th–17th centuries. After the 13th century, a new center began to emerge in Moscow. Moscow gradually gained independence after the Mongol occupation. Tsar Ivan IV, Ivan the Terrible, proclaimed the Tsardom of Russia in 1547, expanding the country by annexing numerous territories. In the 17th century, Russia became a dynamic power, but social unrest and uprising in the serfdom also occurred. 3. The Russian Empire's rise, 18th–19th centuries. In the 18th century, under Tsar Peter I, Peter the Great, Russia solidified its position as a European power. He implemented reforms to modernize the country, strengthen the military, and expanded Russia's borders. By the 19th century, the Russian Empire became one of the largest empires in the world. However, social inequalities and revolutionary movements created tensions within the empire. 4. Russian Revolution and Soviet era, 20th century. In 1917, the February and October revolutions led to the abdication of Tsar Nicholas II and the rise of the Bolsheviks. Led by Lenin, the Bolsheviks established a socialist state, creating the Soviet Union, USSR, in 1922. The Soviet era was marked by rapid industrialization and significant repression, especially during Stalin's rule. The USSR played a key role in the defeat of Germany in World War II, 1941–1945. In the late 1980s, under Mikhail Gorbachev, reforms, perestroika, were introduced, but they ultimately led to the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. 5. Modern Russia, 1991 to present. In 1991, after the dissolution of the Soviet Union, the Russian Federation became an independent state. Boris Yeltsin became the first president, and the country transitioned to a market economy. From 2000 onwards, Vladimir Putin became president and implemented significant political and economic changes, strengthening Russia's global position. However, political repression and limitations on opposition also increased during his tenure.